And we're back. Wolf 23 here, and now this is the next part of that series. Now, we're going to cover your crew. Now, each tank has crew members. Of course, these people are the ones that actually do the job of the tank. Now, as you can see here, this tank here only has two crew members. Some tanks have five crew members, some six, some three. It depends on the tank. But these members get experience that we just covered in the last video. Now you have experience for the tank itself, but you also have experience for the crew. Now the crew members, again through battle, get experience points. Now that experience points changes depending on if it's a gold tank or a regular tank. Now this one here, I actually have a mod running, so you actually see that this is a gold tank. Gold tanks accumulate experience and crew experience faster than a normal tank. As you can see right here, since this is a premium tank or a gold tank, it accumulates 1.5 XP per battle, meaning it gets an extra zero point 0.5 or basically 50% additional experience per battle. That goes to the crew and also to the tank. Now, let's look at another tank, the Vickers. Bring that up. Again, it also has the same number of members. But as you see here, it says no premium XP because it is not a gold tank. It accrues experience normally. Now, one thing good about World of Tanks now compared to when I started out originally, all of these tanks here, which are your first tanks, give you a 100% crew. Whoa, what does 100% crew do? Okay, let's show you. Okay, when you're looking at your crew and you actually look over here, it tells you how far everything could do everything, meaning that how far fast it shoots, how fast it reloads, how good its concealment is, how easily it can be spotted, its view range, and everything else like that. So we're going to go back to the gold tank. Okay, now as you see here, this is where it should be at. That's the line that shows you where your crew experience should be at 100%. Since my crew is at only 50%, there's a penalty for my range. Okay, so I can't. So if a person has 100% crew versus a person that has 50% crew, this person here will actually literally spot me sooner. So I will be able to shoot and be like, okay, well, I'm shooting and someone's shooting me. I can't see them because the person with 100% crew with the exact same tank can see you and you cannot see them until a distance closes enough until your view range becomes the same, up to 275 in this case here. Now you can see the little thing is it gives you a description. It says current penalties. Commander is trained to less than 100% of this vehicle, minus 75 to the perimeter, meaning that I have a penalty because my crew is not 100%. So again, you have to go through battles and actually to get your crew up to 100%. Then after you get to 100%, you'll find that you'll have a little plus mark here. Okay, well, you have a plus mark. What's the plus mark do? That adds skills and perks to your tank. What are skills and perks? Okay, well, skills and perks are these. It can add to repair, meaning that your tank can repair faster. Concealment, which we just talked about a minute ago, meaning it'll be harder for another tank to see you, and several other things to make your tank a little bit better than another person's tank. Now they make it so that you cannot buy this here. You literally have to earn these by playing battles in that tank. Now, the good thing about it is your crew members can be moved to another tank if you have another tank of the same class. So if you have a French tank, you can move your crew to a French tank. If, and only if, it's in the same line. And the same line means that it has to be a light tank. Okay. If it's a next one is a medium tank and you have a light tank crew, well, your light tank crew cannot go into the medium tank. Well, technically that's not true. It can go into that tank, but you get a penalty for moving that crew into the tank since it doesn't specialize in light tanks. So that's what you have to worry about. Okay, well, now we've covered that. We've covered your crew. Let's cover the tanks. Okay. Now, as you see right here, I'm going to scroll over. You have light tanks, medium tanks, heavy tanks. Now, there is one other class that's not available right now that I don't have in my garage, and that's called a tank destroyer. Okay, now as you can plainly guess, light tanks are going to be fast and nimble and hard to see. Medium tanks is going to be basically slower than a light tank, but not as slow as a heavy tank. And their concealment is going to be in between the two. And then you have tank destroyers, which have great concealment, but they're slower than mediums and lights. And most of the time, they're slower than heavies are. It depends on the tank. Heavies are normally the slowest in the game. So those are your different types of tanks. Okay, no, wait. But Duke, isn't there one more? Yes, there is. But it's not a tank. It is actually a artillery, which I do not have here, which I will show you later on when I cover artillery. But it's technically not a tank. It is a artillery piece, which is a self-propelled gun. Well, I think this is enough to cover in this section right here. And that's it for this section. Well, this is Warp 103 here, giving you another section on guidance of new player experience. Warp out. We'll come with another video later.